Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Week 9 NFL predictions. As many of you know, this is a huge week for me as the Denver Broncos travel here to New England and face the Patriots on Sunday at 4:30 in Foxborough, a place where the Patriots basically never lose. I was looking up a number the other day, and they have not lost an AFC game since 2006 at home, which is remarkable, really. Unbelievable home field advantage. An occasional NFC team has come in here and won San Fran in recent years, but their record at home has been impeccable over the years. The Patriots have been playing very well, and the demise of Brady has not happened, as some of us predicted a month ago, and I was one of them. I didn't think it was demise, but I thought he was starting to slip. He's not slipping. He's thrown like 16 touchdowns and no interceptions in the last 4 games, so I don't think he's slipping at all. He's stepped it up and playing very well, probably the best football he's played in like 3 or 4 years. Remarkable. Brandon LaFell looks like an NFL wide receiver, first free agent they've hit on in like forever here. And Gronkowski looks like he's Gronkowski again. And Jonas Gray filled in quite well for Stephen Ridley last week when they beat Chicago, something like 51-23, where Chicago and Cutler, with that stupid look on his face, played extremely bad. Now the Broncos are coming in at 6-1, and they're playing very well right now. The main part of the Broncos that is different this year than last year is they actually have a defense that's pretty good. Very good, actually. Von Miller coming back, huge upgrade over what they had in the playoffs in the Super Bowl last year. DeMarcus Ware's been a nice fit on the other side. He's got 7 sacks to Von Miller's 9. Talib's done a good job. He's an upgrade over Rogers Cromartie. And T.J. Watt is a nice hitter in the secondary. So the defense has improved. And Emmanuel Sanders has helped the offense. And I think Sanders is a better player than Decker ever was. Decker was inconsistent up and down, even though he had good numbers. The Patriots' offense looks good, and Denver's going to be challenged. And the weather's not going to be the greatest, but I think it gets overblown. Man, he can't win in the cold. I think it's a bunch of crap. He plays in Denver. He won games last year when it was about 10 degrees out. He scored 51 against, I'm going to say it was the Titans on a Sunday afternoon game in Denver. So that's a bunch of bull, to be honest with you. The weather's not going to be a factor. It's not going to be a tornado. It's not going to be a blizzard out. It's a little windy out and cold, the NFL players. Brady does have an advantage and has been awesome over the years in the cold weather, but I disagree that it's a huge advantage. I just look at the two teams. Patriots are on a roll, and so is Denver. Denver's 6-1, and they've beaten some good teams, Arizona, San Francisco, San Diego, etc. And the Patriots laid the wood to Cincinnati and Chicago recently. Denver's favored by 3.5 points. And as much as I think this is such a tough spot for the Broncos, I'm going to pick them to win by 7 points in a really tight game, 34-27, who probably are the 2 best teams in the AFC right now. It's remarkable how much New England's come on in recent weeks. I give them tons of credit. And Denver's going to have to play an A-plus game to do so. And I think because their defense is better than last year, I think they'll be able to just do a little bit better. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Patriots win. It's one of those games. It's a coin flip, but I'm going to go with Denver 34-27. All right, on to tonight's game. The Saints are favored by 2.5 at Carolina. Saints finally played really well last week against Green Bay. They beat them 44-23, and Carolina just looked like garbage with their offense against Seattle. It was 13-9 at home. Terrible game. The Saints are on a roll. I think they're going to win 24-17. They're finally going to win a road game. They've lost 7 in a row. I think they'll win that division easily now. They're the best of the lot of the Atlanta, them, Tampa Bay, and Carolina. They're the best of all those teams. It's not even close. Another interesting game this week is Arizona travels to Dallas. The Cardinals are getting 3.5. Dallas's nice win streak ended on Monday night against the Redskins, losing in overtime. Arizona's playing well. Besides the loss at Denver, they've won every game. They're 6-1. They have a good defense. They find a way to win in the clutch, like they beat Philly last week in the last minute and a half of the game. Carson Palmer threw a long touchdown pass where, personally, Philadelphia screwed it up. But I give them credit. They won. And Tony Romo's questionable with a back. He got smoked last week. He got hit in that game against Washington. And Brandon Weeden came in. He didn't play that badly. I'm going to pick the Cardinals to win this game 23-20. I think Arizona is a little bit better than Dallas, even though Dallas is much better than I expected this year. Another AFC West game, San Diego travels to Miami. San Diego's getting 1.5 points. I really like San Diego in this game because they're not going to lose 3 in a row. I don't see it. They lost a couple of weeks ago to KC at home at the end of the game, and they lost at Denver last Thursday night. I don't see them losing 3 in a row. They're better than the Dolphins are. San Diego's one of the good teams in the AFC. Miami's not bad, but I think San Diego's better. San Diego prevails in this game 27-20. Just think Phillip Rivers will be too much for the Dolphins secondary. Rivers had a very good year. And even though I'm a Broncos fan, I have respect for how good other quarterbacks are. I'm not a hater. I got more important things in my life to hate on somebody who plays football. Remember, football, it's not life. It's fun, but it's not life. On to another game. Oakland's getting 15.5 at Seattle. 15.5. That's a lot of points. Even though Oakland isn't the greatest, David Carr has not played bad his rookie year. They haven't won a game yet, but they're due to play well again because Seattle just looks like they're going through the motions this year at 4-3. They look shaky. Seattle's going to win the game ultimately, but I think it's going to be 28-14. And Oakland's going to cover the number, which is 15.5. Way, way, way too large. Here's my upset special of the week. Houston's getting 2.5 points at home against Philadelphia. I don't like the way Philadelphia ended that game last week. And Houston's a good defense playing at home. J.J. Watt's been awesome this year. He's got 3 touchdowns, and he's got 7 sacks. Unbelievable. Defensive Player of the Year, he'd probably be first, and then Von Miller would be second. He's excellent, and I think Houston will do enough on offense to beat Philly at home. Houston 21, Philadelphia 17. Another game, the Indianapolis Colts, who got smoked by Pittsburgh last week. God, Roethlisberger threw for 522 yards and 6 touchdowns. I thought Brady's day was great. He threw 5 touchdowns and about 350 yards. Roethlisberger threw for 506. Indianapolis has some problems on defense, and they're going to have to straighten them out. I think they'll do enough this week at New York on Monday night because they're better than the Giants, and after getting embarrassed last week, even though they did put 34, luck fought to the end. I think the Colts win this game against the Giants 28-21. They're just a better team than the Giants are. I don't care if it's in the Meadowlands. They need to win after what happened last week. Another game, Cleveland's favored by 6.5 over... Ooh. You know what? I can't remember. I'm sorry. Blank mind. San Francisco is favored by 9.5 against the Rams at home. I like San Francisco to bounce back after what happened against Denver. I think they'll play much better at home. Even though the Rams fight them hard, I don't see them winning. San Francisco 30, Rams 14. And the last game will be the Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 9.5 over the joke of a team, the New York Jets. What a joke that they are. They just look like they've quit. KC, Arrowhead, I don't need to really say anymore. Arrowhead's been tough. I've always chronicled it. New England struggled in there. John Elway's career was 5-10 there. Great home field advantage. Awesome fans. Arrowhead. Kansas City, 28. Jets, 14. All right. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the Cleveland game. Obviously, it's not that important. They're favored by 6.5. Whoever they're playing, it's not a good team. So, anyways, enjoy yourself. I hope the Bronco game's a great one. Regardless, no injuries, just a wonderful game to watch. It's a great atmosphere between 2 of the classiest guys that have ever played in the NFL, 2 of the best of all time. Enjoy. Have a good one, all.